there's no how that you can convince me otherwise that it is not the spirit of error that is uh, controlling Tinubu and his camp. I mean, it's so obvious, it's unbelievable because a lot of the unforced errors, when they say there's something they call forced error. Okay, you were made to in such a way that at the end of the day you now made an error. For example, that lady that went to the woman that APC women leader that went to Arise and was saying all sorts of things. I could see that's what they call like forced error. She was put in a corner. She wasn't coherent enough or intelligent enough to be able to just stay calm, keep her composure, and keep replying the questions. And she was making so many errors. So that's a forced error, right? And it's understandable. Sometimes you get into those situations, but this one is an unforced error. As in nobody asked you, nobody was after you, nobody was anything, but you're just making these errors back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And so this has to do with this picture of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on the newspaper reading, and on his Twitter handle he says, "Oh, staying focused" or something like that, and he has a newspaper. So normally what happens is that the essence of a newspaper, whether the people did not understand, or is this spirit of error that has overtaken the whole of the campaign camp, that they are not just connecting things. When people talk about newspaper, because there have been I've seen a lot of few tweets where people are saying in response to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, especially when that video came out, when he did his exercise video, they were saying, show us a newspaper, you understand? And I don't know whether whoever it is that handles his whatever, the campaign, who are in charge of communication and all of that, whether they didn't understand what that means when they say, let's see him reading a newspaper. So they just feel, oh, okay, we have a picture of him where he was going through a newspaper, just bring it in. No. In essence, when they say, let's see that person reading a newspaper, what it means is that they want to see the day's newspaper, like today, if it's about today now. Today's newspaper is unique. That's one thing that it's unique. You can't change it, because there's no how somebody would have taken a picture 3 months ago and have the headlines of today. So that's why normally they use newspapers. For example, in those days, in Europe and all of that, when they used to deal with the issue of kidnapping years ago, before they really tackled it in the Western world, US and all of that. Sometimes when they want to show you something that, oh, this is happening now, they will carry the newspaper of the day. So when you see the headline, for sure you will know that this is it. It's about today. It's about now. So when people were saying, show us reading news, it's not just, oh, come out and put in any newspaper. It means put in the present newspaper, so that if you even if you put a watch or a calendar there, you can say, oh, you can change it, you can do that. When you carry the newspaper, because the newspaper that I have for today is the newspaper everybody has, so it's the same headline. So if you're able to carry it and put it and be reading it, and I see that newspaper, I'll be able to say, okay, this person is there. Because then in those days, when that thing they used to really do those things, was to be sure that the person is still alive. And so instead of, don't go and collect ransom and this, and so they will actually show the day's newspaper and to say, oh, this person is still here. Here it is. And so for see Tinubu's camp actually go and bring a picture with a newspaper from January, is it January 23rd or something like that, January 2023. It's unbelievable. It's almost like, are they okay? What's all of these errors all about? It's really so something else. I'm like, what? Naija people, let's sit up. Oh, we cannot have a situation whereby we will not be looking back and saying that Buhari's style was better. God forbid. According to my people here, this is what my people will say. Oh no, yeah. Say no be the person eye, no be eye. You don't know what they do. The person all they behave. You think say na they do. I mean, no be they do. You don't even know what they do. E na get kila ka. E make it na. It's really, really, really unbelievable. And it's just like, You know, when I did that analysis on Peter Obi and say there's something like, I normally don't use, I'm one of, if anybody that knows me know, I don't subscribe to all those things, trying to do, you know, divine this thing and all of that. People will not do something, they'll just be focusing like, oh, God should do this, God should do that. Because I always say that God will not do for us what he has given us the capacity for us to do for ourselves. But you know, on this Peter Obi issue, there's something about that. People just keep, as if people are just making mistakes to, you know, like your opponents are just making mistakes, or for you to just find your way and go in there. It's really something else. This one is really something else. As you read newspaper, you go carry newspaper, and that makes things worry. So what's going on? I, for one, I don't even like rumors. I don't focus on those things. But with this one now, I'm thinking, okay, is there something? Because what will it take? It's not money. All you need to do is carry newspaper for Nigeria. So that means even the recent picture that they share where they say he was having a meeting with some business people, that means it's not even recent. It's most likely not recent. So what will it take? Just put one, people that have private jet like Nyamu Nyamu, they can even fly a newspaper on private jet alone to even go and supply it there. You can post it, you can put it in the airline. Somebody can just carry it by morning. You just enter this thing from Lagos for Abuja here, enter ticket, get there, 6 hours, you are in London. 6 hours, 7 marks, you ensure you can even enter myself without carrying baggage, so that you just clear and go. 6 hours you are there, you give him the newspaper, he wear his suit, they polish him up a bit, take a bit of Botox. You know, not be some of us, so we say we know they agree, even makeup we know they agree with. This one they will not do. You see all these things, they will do Botox. The guy go, they look plumpy, snap picture, sit down. Even if he's prop the person, sit down, carry picture. Shikena. So what's all this all about? Anyway, like I said earlier, it seems as if the spirit of error, you know that spirit of error, when it's on you, you know they know what they do. Anyhow, things go to the tap anyhow. Hey.